In this video, I would like to talk about control issues. Long time I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I did look at them a little bit in a different way. I thought I don't have these problems like control issues as such, but the more I grow, the more I understand that I had big time problems with control issues. Control issues can be in different ways. One thing when control issues are regarding your partner, if you have one. Other control issue type is if you don't have a partner, you have this tendency to control your ex and their lives. Then another issue can be of controlling, like this need for control for outcome, whichever outcome you want to get. But it always starts simply because it feels that nothing goes right in our lives. Control issues, they can be quite hidden, and for many years I didn't realize that I have these control issues regarding outcomes. I was always desperate to get certain outcome from situations, and even if I couldn't get this outcome in a physical way, it kept like lingering in my mind, that I was all the time thinking, oh, I wish that this and this happened, so it should be this and this way. I hope that this and this. It's like you try to control outcome whenever you actually have to let it go. This is quite hard part, to stop thinking and controlling about the outcome. That is one of the reasons why people suffer with like sleepless nights and overthinking and rest of the things. Right. Control issues. Let's talk about when you are in a situation when other person is trying to control you, or you are trying to control other person in your everyday life. First time, and I think that could happen, that it started when I was in my first relationships. I sort of had everything, but because my ex was really, like I always said, controlling over me. He wasn't like controlling in regards like what I wear, how I look and things like that, but he was controlling about my everyday life. Where should I go? What should I do? And just like, and sometimes when I was back then, I thought that there's nothing wrong with that. But when I look back on from today's perspective, I can realize I actually was like put in a cage. Wish I would be in a golden cage, you know, when you have everything. But he got me in a position that like I was taking things like on like where you pay monthly payments for example. He had like, we didn't have like a lot of money, we had just our wage and that's about it. But for example, we take the credit, and just because his credit score was really bad, always I was the one who was taking everything on credit, and I was paying for all those items and things and everything like that. And in the end of the day, I was like dependent on his wage for the rest of the things. So that was like sort of, I was under his control, where I go, what I do, what I buy, and the worst, like I said on a previous video, but if you haven't looked at it, there was, like I said, that during those 6 years, I lost most of my friends simply because I didn't go to meet up with them. Why I didn't go meet up with them? Simply because there was like this, I would say that's like an emotional abuse in a way, because my best friend, she invited me, like that's one clear example. My best friend, she had a birthday and she invited me, and she invited me and him as well, even though he has met my friends and he has been in our company, and he always had everything what to talk with other guys. There were no problems with that. But suddenly that one time, for whichever reason, and I don't know why, he suddenly said, "Oh, I will not gonna go there. If you wanna go, you go." I said, "All right, I will gonna go." "Oh, of course you will gonna go, so you can cheat on me with that and that guy because he will be there. He's younger, he's more handsome, he's not that fat as I am." And I was like, I even didn't give you a reason to think that I will gonna go and do that. You know I'm not going anywhere anyways, and that's my best friend, and I'm going to her birthday party, I'm going to meet her, not someone else. So for me that was a little bit shocking. How the hell, why are you accusing me in things I even haven't done? But that was like sort of that emotional controlling. So he made me feel guilty for the things what I haven't done yet, and therefore in the end of the day I skipped going to my friend's birthday to avoid a big argument afterwards. And that's like, that is emotional controlling, when person does control you in a way that you decide to stay at home and you think, oh yeah, that's my decision, but by the end of the day he did it on a purpose. So he knows that I'm there, I'm not going anywhere, I'm just doing whatever he wants me to do. And I think quite many people get in touch with these certain problems when partner makes really strong accusations, even with no any good reason, and people just for the peace sake, they just don't do certain things. But that's a controlling, that's actually like controlling your free will, your free choice, and that's really unhealthy. Then other thing, and I think that sometimes it carries on a little bit more further if you split up with a person. Controlling starts if you have children. Quite often children are as a weapon to control your everyday life materially, with the time, and there are even like blackmailing. If you will gonna date someone, you will not gonna see your kid, or if you will gonna do this or that, you will not gonna see your kid. That's a controlling as well, and that's really harsh controlling. I know there is always, everyone says there is such a thing as a court and you can deal that through the court, but let's put it that way, not everyone has ability and enough money to go and to take these lawyers to get the outcome in a nice normal way. So people are they are struggling to deal with these things, and quite often their lives are still controlled by their exes, what is like really wrong. one thing if it's like a kids involved in that, and that's really bad thing. Another thing, if they try to control you regarding your personal life, because it's nothing to do with, if you split up, you don't have any sort of like saying about your personal life anymore. Regarding kids, yes, but you can't say, oh, you, if you will date, you will not gonna see your kids. It's nothing to do with you. In the same time, that other person is still going and dating with whomever they want, and that's pure just controlling issue. They just want to control everything in their life. They want to control exes simply because they have nothing better to do. And quite often this controlling stops whenever they get in a really happy relationship. Suddenly they are so happy about everything, and they are not bothered about anything else. Then it starts only maybe materially or something else. But then again, it's like, why would you do that? I don't understand these things. I break up. It's your life, that's my life. I don't care what you do with your life, as long as you don't harm my life because of that. But this is like, once again, what is wrong with those people who try to control you? Obviously they have something wrong deep inside themselves. Other part, when it's like, this is the bad part, when you affect someone else with your controlling issues. The other bad part is when you are controlling regarding yourself. Not like regarding yourself, it's like your control issues are deep inside you when you try to control every single outcome. And I think just because everyone tried to control me, I started to become quite controlling regarding my life. I mean, like, if something went wrong, I was trying to control this outcome so it becomes better outcome. But the more I tried to make this outcome better, the worse it got. Instead of taking a pause, letting it go, and it's mostly mentally. It's nothing to do on a physical space. It's more of a like, I torture myself with the thing, oh, I have to do this, I have to gain this, I need to do this, and I just got myself to the point that I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I was like stressing about everything non-stop. I was like, for example, if someone like didn't choose me, or I dated and then they didn't choose me or went other way, I was always torturing myself with ideas, and I was trying to control that I have to be at least in a good terms with that person, and I try to defend myself or prove them wrong, and that they are wrong regarding their opinion towards me. That was my sort of controlling point, that it was hard for me to let person go. And in the end of the day, once again, that just proves the point that all the problem starts in yourself. And it's kind of funny because, like, when you, I think the first time when I couldn't control anything was like when Shane, for the first time, when he blocked me everywhere simply so we are completely separated. And that was one of the reasons why I was so tortured, because I was torturing myself. What did I wrong? Why it went wrong? Why he didn't choose me? I'm ugly. I'm not interesting. And you know, like all these kind of stupid thoughts, like, yeah, I wasn't ugly. I was fit. I was like, I had many guys who were actually like trying to date me, but I wasn't just interested, but because I was so clinging to that one certain person, I just needed that perfect outcome. So I became really, that was my control issue. I really needed to control. I wanted the best thing to happen with me, not the bad thing, but the more I tried to get the best outcome, the more I got only more and more karmic lessons regarding these control issues, where it was like clear message: let it go, just let it go, let it be, don't cling to that. I had many like afterwards, when I one guy, he accused me in cheating whenever I didn't, but there was, I think there was miscommunication, because his English were not so great, and he took something what I said, and but heck knows what was going on in his mind, but for some reason he decided I was cheating on him, and I was like, I don't have even time for that. How can I cheat on you if I even don't have a spare time for that? So, and I was I tried to prove the point that I'm not the way how he thinks, that instead I was supposed to say, well, you think that way, c'est la vie, go, bye, you know? But no, I needed to control that outcome, that I don't look bad in his eyes, that I needed to prove something. And then another guy who came across again the same issue, not like the same issue, but maybe a different situation, but the same message was put in that lesson: let it go, just let it go, let him be, let it go. And quite often that's why people are saying, like, regarding tarot, yeah, when everyone is like, when I say why there is no point to, not like there is no point to take tarot private readings, simply because you have inside this control issue, because you so want to hear that outcome, because you will gonna cling to that outcome, you will gonna sit and wait that outcome, and that will be your control issue, because you will gonna come something maybe better along your way, but you will be like controlling the situation. No, I can't date with him because my outcome should be that. That will not gonna happen, not ever. The things what meant to come into your life, they will gonna come into your life no matter what. But if you will gonna control yourself regarding certain things, like if you will gonna sit and control yourself, oh, now I know this will be outcome, so I will gonna control the situation, I will not gonna let anyone close on. But then again, that outcome quite possibly will gonna happen only then if you will gonna go through certain situations and you will gonna learn something else. There is the reason why you are not in those relationships, right? Stop control the process. You have to let it go. You have to enjoy the process of life, of everything what's going on. You have to enjoy and learn. And when you stop control things what you actually can't control, you can't control anything. You think you can, but you actually can't. And the same thing is like with these exes and partners. Yes, you control, but there will gonna come the point when you will not gonna be able to control them anymore. You will not, or the other person will not gonna be able to control you all the time, because there will gonna come a certain point in a life when something will gonna happen and circumstances will change, and then everything will gonna turn completely different way. You shouldn't control anyone, not yourself, not outcomes, not anyone. You have to let it go and enjoy the process. And when you will gonna start to enjoy the process, then all the good things will gonna come into your life. Besides, when you will gonna stop control everything what's going on, those things what are meant to come into your life, they will gonna come into your life. And trust me, if when you get that reading and that outcome says you will gonna get back together with that and that certain person what you really want to go back, if it's meant to be, it will gonna happen. Just don't cling to that certain outcome or certain time scale or timing or whatever else. Enjoy the process. Enjoy your life. Just live, love, and meet people. Just do your thing. Don't sit and control yourself with thinking about it all the time. That's what I couldn't understand long time. I was so clinging to that one certain outcome that I thought, oh, like, no, I can't date this, I can't do that, you know, like somebody is coming along and I'm like, no, I can't even I fancy them, but I was like, no, I can't, because my outcome was that I will gonna talk again with that person, you know. I missed probably quite a lot in my life just because I was like so controlling myself and controlling my need for a certain outcome, and that was a need. You don't need anything. All what will have to be in your life will gonna come along anyways, and you will not gonna even notice. But if you will gonna sit and cling to something, you can miss something really great. Trust me. I haven't missed anything. Maybe during that 1 year, maybe I did, but like I said, I don't regret anything what happened in my life. Everything is happened for a reason. But if I would just sit and wait for something to happen, then I probably would just miss everything in my life. All the fun stuff, all the crazy stuff. I had so many funny experiences with people. Yeah, quite often they have ended up like really like painful, or but then there have been so many really enjoyable moments as well. It's not only just a pain and pain and pain. There are so many great things happening. Trust me. Oh, you don't know me that well. If you would speak with people who actually have experienced how I can be, you would understand what I'm talking about. I'm not just like angel or something. I can be quite devil. Even probably doesn't look like that. I'm speaking seriously and everything else, but it's just like I can't show here all my life, but trust me, I have enjoyed every single bit of it. Every single bit. Even the bad stuff. And I had a few pretty bad stuff going on too. But if there wouldn't be a bad stuff, there wouldn't be a good stuff either, right? So stop control your mind too much. Let it go. Let go of outcome. Let go of people who will meant to be in your life. They will gonna either gravitate back, or someone better will gonna come inside. And trust me, when you will gonna look back afterwards, you will realize that, you know what, I actually don't want that anymore. That wasn't the thing what I really wanted. And after years, if you were gonna do work on yourself and your mind, you will realize that what you wanted back 5 years ago is not even close to what you want now. That's like huge possibility. If only you were gonna choose to get out of your comfort zone, out of your victim mode, to get rid of your controlling issues, and be more open-minded, open-hearted, and you will gonna enjoy your life at some point. But you have to get there, so work on yourself. All right? well, that was a little bit about control issues. I will see you later, guys.